Anelle and Jihoon, Part 8. Jihoon sat across from Anelle, enjoying breakfast together as sunlight filtered gently through the kitchen windows. Their conversation was light-hearted, filled with laughter and smiles. Anelle teased him about his favorite morning habits, while Jihoon grinned, promising to surprise her later. Later today, Jihoon said, his eyes warm. I'll come to pick you up. I have somewhere special in mind. Annalie raised her eyebrow curiously but nodded, her excitement growing. The house remained calm and peaceful for a while until the doorbell rang. Annalie opened it, and Yura stood there. I didn't come to fight, Yura said with a steady tone, her expression neutral. I just wanted to talk. Annalie hesitated but finally stepped aside. Come in. Yura walked in quietly, taking a seat on the couch. Her gaze wandered around the room, taking in its warmth and charm. Annalie returned with tea, setting the cups on the table. It wasn't until Annalie stepped away for a moment to take a phone call that Yura acted. She reached for her cup, stirred something into it, and took a sip. Suddenly she gasped, her face going pale. She clutched her stomach and collapsed, the teacup slipping from her grasp and crashing to the floor. Annalie turns just in time to see her fall. Yura! She screamed, rushing to her side. Yura was trembling, her breathing uneven. She called the ambulance, her fingers trembling. She's bleeding. I don't know what happened. Please hurry. Jihoon left the boardroom the moment Annalie's call came through. She was crying, her voice shaking. Jihoon, it's Yura. She collapsed. After tea. I didn't do anything, I swear. She was fine 1 second. Then she wasn't. I'm coming, he said without hesitation. He drove fast, his hands tight on the wheel. Then he called Tae-ho. Get the house footage, everything. From when Yura arrived to when she left. I want it all. I'm already pulling it, Tae-ho said. It's going to be okay. You're not alone. A doctor approached, speaking softly. She's stable, he said. But she lost the baby, Annalie gasped, stepping back, hand over her mouth. There's more, the doctor added. We found traces of an unfamiliar compound in her system. Poison-like, definitely ingested. Minutes later, Yura opened her eyes, and when she saw Annalie standing at the edge of the room, she screamed, You poisoned me! You wanted this to happen! Annalie's lips trembled. I didn't! I swear! Stop lying, Yura shrieked. You wanted me out of his life. Enough, Jihoon said sharply, stepping in. His voice was cold. Final. You'll answer for this, he told Yura. You'll answer for everything. Yura received a message from a blocked number. Attached was a video, the security footage. Yura watched herself on the screen, reaching into her purse, slipping powder into her own teacup. Then the message appeared. Apologize quickly to Annalie, or else I will expose you so much you'll never raise your head again. Tae-ho! When Jihoon returned with Annalie, Yura's eyes flicked to her phone. She didn't speak at first. Then she looked at Annalie and whispered, I'm sorry. Annalie stood still. She didn't believe it, but she accepted it. For now, a knock came. Police officer stepped inside. We're here to take a statement from Miss Yura. She didn't argue. She simply lowered her head. Miles away, Minja got the news about Yura and called her. His stomach twisted. He had backed Yura's return, hoping she'd create a little noise. Not this. Not jail. He called her. No answer. Too late. Back in South Africa, Susan visited Auntie Zola's home one early morning while she was showering. She walked into Annalie's old bedroom quietly, like a shadow, her eyes sharp. On the edge of the bed was a scarf. She picked it up, held it to her face, then slid it carefully into her purse. Zola stepped out, surprised but smiling. Susan, I didn't know you were coming. I was nearby, she said. Thought I'd visit. That night, Susan followed the old man's instructions. She lit a candle, burned a thread of the scarf, spoke Annalie's name, and whispered, Let her heart make room for me. Auntie Zola called Annalie that evening, heart heavy with warnings she couldn't voice. Baby, she said, please promise me something. Anything. Pray every day, even when it's quiet. Pray before you speak, before you act. Don't do anything without asking God first. I promise, Auntie. Zola paused, then added, be careful. Sometimes things don't show their face right away. Annalie didn't ask what she meant. She smiled and said, actually, I was going to tell you. I asked Jihoon if we could send Susan an invitation. She wants to visit. And he said if you liked, you and Uncle can come too. Zola closed her eyes. Her voice stayed calm. You're kind, Annalie. But remember, even kindness must wear wisdom. I will, Annalie said. She hung up, feeling peaceful.